Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot and astrology for May 11th through the 17th of 2020. We've got a lot going on in terms of astrology this week, so let's get right into it here. We have Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn all retrograding this week here. So this is going to urge us really to rethink our priorities, our strategies, our relationships, and our desires. Mercury also moves into Gemini, so it's going to bring up our communication, our interest in communication, and our ability to really have a lot of conversations, and we're going to be in the mood to just talk, say what's on our mind, say how we're feeling. We also have Mars moving into Pisces, and we're going to be fighting from a place of really deep beliefs and spirituality there. Venus, so let's get back into those retrogrades. Venus goes retrograde in Gemini starting this week, and it retrogrades for about 6 weeks every year and a half, 2 years. So this could bring up a lot of hearing from and reigniting old relationships with past lovers, old flames, people that, we haven't heard from in a while, and suddenly we're interested in again, and we want to hear from it. We want to see how they're doing. This is an extremely karmic time, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of unaddressed issues within a relationship. The Gemini energy really helps us to focus in on what's previously been said, especially if you're in relationships or you're dealing with somebody from the past, somebody that's coming back in. This Jupiter retrograde here in Capricorn has you looking back really on your beliefs that inform really your view of the world there, and it's going to retrograde until September 13th. We have Saturn starting its retrograde as well in Aquarius, and it will move later on into Capricorn and retrograde until September 29th. So this is going to bring up a lot of our limitations, our restrictions, our anxiety, our fear in relation to really our responsibilities. Maybe are going to be very tested, and we're going to be forced to learn more responsibility and how to step up to the plate on things, where we have needed to. It could be very hard but valuable lessons here, and offers us to really change and offers us to really recognize and admit the problem and work on it. So that's the astrology right now. We're going to get into the tarot, okay? All right, my lovely Aquarians, Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's take a look here with the Game of Thrones tarot at your week ahead. All right. And let's see. I hope you guys fared well during that Scorpio full moon. Check out the reading on it if you're interested. Let's see what this is about here. All right, interesting. This week you're going to need to see all of this from the perspective of light and dark. We're going to need to recognize, and again, if you skip that astrology part in the beginning, go back and check it. There's a lot of really big astrology happening this week. Or go check out, Gregory Scott or White Light Astrology. There's some big stuff going on this week. We have 3 very major, very big retrogrades, and it is bringing up a lot of fear and a lot of anxieties, and especially so the Saturn retrograding your sign. It's really urging us to really rethink our priorities, our strategies, our relationships, and our desires here. So if things do feel uncomfortable and you do have these moments of, a lot of fear, anxiety, shame, and feeling very low, know that you're working it out at this time. These things are coming up because you need to look at them, and they need to be released or worked through in a different way right now. The 6 of Swords shows up with the 5 of Coins reversed as your theme this week. And the 5 of Coins has been showing up reversed in so many of the readings this week. It's crazy. So do check out the weeklies for your other placements. It's quite a major week, and I do think it would behoove you to really check out your rising sign at least, and the moon sign at least. But let's check this out here. 6 of Swords does show a moving forward and a moving on. The Five of Coins reverse does show that we're coming out of a period of lack, a period of feeling alone, of maybe living in poverty. As we can see with the Game of Thrones tarot, this is Arya, and this is when Arya goes and, spoiler alert here, becomes one of the nameless ones, and, you know, loses her sight so that she can learn to feel with her other senses, see with her other senses, live with them, and live not as herself. She has become nobody. So when it's reversed, we're coming out of that energy and we're like, screw it, I remember who I am, and I'm going to go and connect with those people again. I don't need to be alone anymore, and I don't need to be living in lack and poverty. I can go eat some good food. I can go come out of this, you know, kind of isolation type of energy. And for some of you actually might be coming out of isolation and getting back more into the normal life here with the whole situation going on. The Six of Swords does show you moving away from troubled waters, especially mentally. If you're willing to communicate with others, and I do feel, you know, especially if you've been really alone lately and you haven't been talking to friends, haven't been doing all that kind of stuff that you usually do socially, it's time to start reconnecting socially with people that you care about and people that you haven't heard from. It will help you progress and move away from all those negative, from that negative place that you probably have been in, that depressive place there that feels very low. The Six of Swords is really coming out of that and getting to better and newer horizons. And we're leaving all that past, you know, stress, that past strife. You know, we don't have any fives in this reading. And you guys have really been through it lately. So I'm not surprised to see things maybe even, you know, you at least dealing with all of this retrograde stuff better, but also being a lot more mature and willing to let go of things that, you know, haven't been working out, because the Two of Pentacles here is reversed. And when I get that, you know, we're paying our debts, we're not juggling them or anything like that. You know, this I think what it says on here is a Lannister always pays his debts. When that's reversed, we're not in the flux of that. We're not promising that and then not paying right away. Like, this is done. We've stopped the juggling. We don't need to do that right now. And the Two of Pentacles is reversed. You know, we do feel that, you know, there's a midst of change that has been happening, but the juggling kind of feels over. And the Nine of Coins feels a lot more solid, stable, confident in ourselves. So if we've been trying to work to get to a more confident, more even physically confident place, if you've been working out, trying to work on your physicality, and having your emotions grow with that, because sometimes, at least for me, I find, I don't know if it's an earth sign thing or what, working out helps a lot with the emotions. It helps you deal with all those negative feelings. And as you work through negative stuff, I think that releasing it in terms of physical, you know, health and working out is very, very helpful. But Nine of Coins shows that you're showing off a lot of success, a lot of prosperity, happiness, and emotional fulfillment within your life right now. So there's a real sense of, you know, I'm letting go of that part of me that doesn't want to believe in myself and doesn't want to love me for who I am and how much I've grown, even if I'm not in a relationship, or, you know, just me as my own person, you know, because nines are always about you. The Chariot reversed and the Fool reversed are our career cards. So I do feel that, you know, we might feel a bit of failure here in carrying something out to completion. We might feel a bit foolish in assuming that we could get somewhere, that we could push forward on an issue and make something happen that maybe is just not possible. Maybe we really wanted to, you know, be like Instagram famous or something random like that, and it's just not going to happen. But the Chariot reverse with the Fool reverse feels very foolish, and like we haven't been driving ourselves in the right direction here. We haven't, you know, been able to really conquer a project, conquer something that we've really wanted to, and we're feeling quite foolish about it. Like, maybe now that all this stuff is in retrograde, some of you might be looking at your career and at what you've been doing and saying, I feel like a fool. Like, why have I been doing this? I feel stupid. This isn't me. This isn't what I want to do. This isn't what I want to be known for. This isn't who I am. I'm much better than that. And the Sun, it shows up neither reversed or upright. So I do want to say that when the Sun is reversed, it just feels very uncertain. It feels very, also, how do I put this? It feels like we've lost something of value, but it also feels like it's really hard on our ego to take this. And now that we see this, we're kind of feeling a little bit down, frustrated, and angry. Especially with the Fool reverse, there's a real sense of looking within and feeling really embarrassed, frustrated, foolish from within, and maybe not so much communicating about to a lot of people about it, but you're like, oh my god, I feel like everybody sees me as this big idiot, and I've been doing this, and why did I do it this way? Oh my god, what was I thinking? I feel like me trying to make this happen was so foolish. What was I doing when I could have been doing something else? Yeah, and the Star is also reversed there. So you have the Sun and the Star reversed, and that's a lot of negativity and really, what do I put this in? Like very defeatism. It's like you've been arrogant about something that you're now realizing maybe, oh my God, like the blinders are off now that all this stuff is retrograde and we really have to reevaluate things. And it could feel a little bit harsh this week in terms of what we're saying. And we could, again, with your card being in reverse, you're going to be feeling very off about it, not good about yourself. So I would say, especially try to lean into this emotional capacity to be able to feel solid and structured in your life. Feel good about yourself, even if you feel stupid about a career path mistake or, you know, the failure of a project that you really wanted to happen. It doesn't have to be so bad. Okay, love isn't so bad either, you know. We get the King of Cups here, the Three of Spears to the Four of Spears. Actions that are taken, you know, you have grown emotionally here. There's a lot of emotional empathy, growth, maturity there when you get the King of Cups. He's ready, able, and willing to show love, but he's not going to give it to just anybody. He's grown and he's matured. So the Three of Wands says, you know, I would like a relationship, you know, that's, if you're single, you know, and you haven't been in a relationship that's good lately, you're going to start seeing your ships come in because you've been putting effort and you've grown. And Four of Wands doesn't seem that far off to me. It seems like you should be celebrating the harmony, the happiness that you're in, the people that you're meeting right now. You could also be moving forward with a water sign, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer, but there's progression there and a real sense of harmony. If you are in a relationship, there's talking, there's, you know, again, feeling like your ships are coming in, like we're really deepening our connection and really enjoying just getting to be with each other. There's a lot of this just real harmony and peace and love there. And like I said, the moon here is your card of advice this week. Try to seek peace in moments where you're feeling a lot of anxiety, fears, and worries, and try to work your way through this. And also don't try to do this all on your own if you don't have to, okay? And like I'm saying, you don't have to at all. You can ask for help. You can reach out to others and do what needs to be done here in order to push on, because this is about coming out of this negative place and about pushing forward towards new and better shores. But you're going to have to let some things go. We're going to have to emotionally let something that maybe we feel, you know, we should be very proud of and stuff about, something that we wanted to be proud of, we wanted to work out a certain way, we might have to kind of bite the bullet and just let something go this weekend. That does make way for much better energy, but it might feel really harsh in your face this week. Let's see. Ooh, Aquarius, let's pull a love card out here. Ooh, keep an open mind. It just really wants to come out, so I'm just going to take it. Your soulmate might differ from your usual type and expectations. And let's see what else comes up here for you guys. Yeah, finances and career come up and it's reversed. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. A lot of insecurity that dips into other areas, especially relationships, can be coming up due to finances and career, and that kind of stuff right now. Let's pull a power deck card, Lindsay Andrews power deck card here for you guys. For a message of advice and guidance. Ooh, this week. Nice. Trust. In love, there must be trust. Without trust, there is no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and heart. Trust lives in the lodge of your innocence. The Heyoka is a warrior of the Native American tradition who goes into battle backward on his horse with a broken lance, knowing that the Great Spirit will protect him. It is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of patriarchal history reside like stone carvings within each of us. Welcome the new aspects of feminine power in your being, even though they may seem foreign. Trust in the ways of the power of the Great Spirit. Know that you are made of power and live with trust in your heart. What a beautiful image, okay? Thank you guys so much for all of your support, my lovely Aquarians. Have a wonderful and blessed week. Do be sure to subscribe. Do be sure to leave me a like, a comment, guys. I love hearing from you, and I really appreciate all of your support. If you do want to book a private reading, guys, I am still doing 20% off of all of my readings right now, so take advantage of that, and all the information on booking is in the description box below this video. Also, guys, if you were interested in getting, an astrology analysis, a compatibility analysis, numerology analysis, Truly Divine is a really incredible site that offers all of these things, and they're more in depth than any other astrology chart analysis that I've gotten, any other birth chart thing I've gotten, compatibility, numerology. Like, they blew them all out of the water. I cannot tell you how impressed I was. It was like 17 pages of information that was so on point. It was crazy. So do check them out, guys. You can use my code Deku30 as many times as you like, and give it to as many people as you like, and always get 30% off of your orders through them. So check that out, guys, and have a wonderful and blessed week. Namaste.